snacks.
What it do, snackers, snack gets, and snack X's? It's your boy Gage. I'm here with Jokes. I'm here with Sin. And you are now tuned into Loading Snacks Weekly, where we get together once a week and we talk about things that are happening in pop culture and today. Yeah.
Today.
And today, another streaming service is born. A little bit concerned. Not sure. Not sure what's going on there, but we're definitely going to get into it. Before we get into it, Jokes, you got a job to do.
Mm-hmm.
Jokes to get the Beacons link live for you all. What that does is that makes it easy for you all to find us. What's up, Doctor Who? Everywhere we are across social media, Beacons link will then link you to those other places. In other words, it's a beacon for all of the other places where we are.
Hey,
Sin,
yes, sir.
the job. You about to do your job.
Yes, let's shout out our top tier patrons, starting with Anthony Cunningham, Marcus Houston, Susan Dortch, Tyrell Carson, Meticulous Skin, Alex Lee, Ellis M. Bay, and Kermit Ferguson. Thank you very much. We truly, truly appreciate it.
We absolutely 100% do. Jokes.
Mm-hmm.
How are you, Jokes?
Tired.
Yeah, long day.
Long day.
Sometimes you just want to come home, turn on the box,
Mm-hmm.
find something on Netflix, find something on Disney Plus, find something on Max, find something on Hulu,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
find something on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
Right.
You know,
Crunchyroll. Yeah, the list.
something to watch.
Yeah, there's a list. Yeah.
Something to watch. Did you ever think the opportunity would cross your path for you to watch something on Chick-Fil-A Play?
No.
Not on my
Not at
bingo
all.
card for 2024. No, sir.
Is your bingo card currently empty, sir?
Because this was wild.
All right, now look. All right, listen. What up? Volunteer work is going pretty good. A little tired. Did like 15 hours today. Been going since about 3:30. Got there at about 4. So you know, it might explain my slightly muted demeanor
Mm-hmm.
today. You know what I'm saying?
Well deserved. We get it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's cool. Rich, what is this? Want me to say you again? It is Chick-fil-A
Chick-fil-A
Play,
Play.
sir.
It's so rip off of EA Play.
EA Play got games, dog. I don't know what you're talking about. Listen, there's something in my eye, and I just don't want to go away. So if I keep sticking my finger in my eye this episode, y'all leave me alone about it. It's burning a little bit. I don't. It's definitely true. All right, so look, this is coming. It's around the corner. It launches on November 18th. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, true. Right around the corner. According to Chick-fil-A, this streaming service is designed for parents and kids to share and experience together, whether they're enjoying a meal at home, in the drive-thru, or anywhere in between. They are launching with original animated shows, one called Evergreen Hills and one called Chick-fil-A Cows. Go figure. They're gonna have original podcasts, something called Hidden Island. They have a couple of cooking shows
Mm-hmm.
and some interactive stories. They have also ordered a 10-part family friendly game show from Glassman Media, which is the company behind NBC's The Wall
Mm-hmm.
and Michael Sugar's Sugar 23, which is behind series such as Netflix's 13 Reasons Why, which is 13 Reasons Why is solid TV. Um, Chick-fil-A has also been working with a number of other major production companies, particularly in the unscripted space, paying around, and I quote, $400,000 per half hour. With
Oh,
Brian Gibson, who has
wait.
worked on Top Gear and The X Factor, overseeing that charge. Look, we named a lot of streaming services. Andrew, what up? Andrew says, question, does the number of hours you stream go into points for the restaurant? Maybe. And look, it wouldn't surprise me if there is something along those lines, right? In order to give you reason. What's up, Ken?
Mm-hmm.
Besides just another streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
It's really interesting. I'm not sure. Look, this sounds like the kind of thing that maybe felt like a good idea like 4 years ago. When the streaming space was still kind of new and the wars were kind of just picking up, and I have a, just based on what we've seen here,
That's
will it be
hilarious.
available on
That's funny.
Sundays? Anthony
That's
asked. Hey, that's a wonderful question.
That's maintenance day. That's maintenance day. Take that on down.
Right. We had to serve a breathe for a minute.
I know if it is up and running and you have an issue, you ain't gonna be able to get nobody at customer service.
No.
Nope.
I know that. You ain't gonna be
Going
able to get no
down
help.
on a Sunday.
Yeah. Look, here's what I need from you two. They haven't put a price on this. So I just want some figures. Guesstimate for me where you think they think pricing for this should land.
$5 a month is the highest thing I feel like this would even need to be. This show shouldn't. You know what? I'm not going to say that they can't create some good content that's suitable that people to watch, but as of right now, I couldn't have this thing be more than $5 a month if we're doing that.
Nobody's going to the chicken app to watch.
Hey, listen, now give me a chicken sandwich subscription service. Maybe we doing something a little bit different.
$5.
$5, dog.
Hey, listen.
Let me try this again. Hold on. Let me try this again.
Okay.
Chick-fil-A has also been working with a number of other major production companies, particularly in the unscripted space, paying around $400,000 per half hour. I'm gonna stop there.
All right. Okay. I'll give you 10. I'll give you $9.99. I give you WWE $9.99 a month. That's about it.
That's the best you got.
Until we see what some of those like unscripted shows and things, because I was just going to be all mostly pretty much family friendly stuff, but which doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be bad. But the highest I would say is $9.99.
And that's what we're thinking. That's what you're thinking. That's what they're going to say. For $9.99, you get the chicken app.
Right. I'm not asking you what you would be willing to pay.
No. I know
asked you what you think. Well, you gave me $5.
That's where.
I don't know if the streaming service all day, 24 hours a day for a whole month is going to be cheaper than a chicken sandwich at the chicken shop.
Listen, if they throw in a chicken sandwich that you get free for each month you have a subscription service, then maybe I'll subscribe to it, because damn near chicken sandwich is like $7 by itself.
So they bought you with some chicken. All
They
right,
may
black
buy
man.
me with some chicken.
So
All right,
black.
black man. All right.
Let me just. If they throw in a chicken sandwich,
Woof.
you would be willing to pay $10 a month for this service.
Well,
And
at least give
look,
it a month. I may give it a month. Get my chicken sandwich.
They got jokes money already. Give me some chicken. Give me some chicken.
I don't understand, Joe. I don't know. This is what I want you to do. Sin,
Yeah.
I would like for you to use your computer right now, the keyboard that's in front of you, and I would like for you to type in www.moviepass.com. Because we already have way more than enough streaming services.
Okay.
Every individual theater chain has their own subscription service. Here comes Movie Pass again after bankruptcy. Like, yo, come give us some money. You can go see these movies. I feel like I might be missing something somewhere. I don't know how this is not like just a money sink that is going nowhere. There's no part of me that believes from a business standpoint that this could see any level of success on Chick-fil-A's part. I cannot.
No.
I cannot.
It is going to fail.
I can't.
It is
Based
going
on
to
what
fail.
they have already spent to do this. Again, I have to imagine that this service, if nothing else, is running on Amazon Web Services, which means they're paying a fee to someone just to host a product they want to stream to people. They've already spent money bringing people in who have major talent behind them in terms of producing and writing and so forth. So you got to pay them. $400,000 per half hour is a lot of money, bro. That's a lot of money, dog. I got to imagine, right, when they say they're working on stuff that's like at least 10 episodes. They've ordered a 10-part family-friendly game show. If they came even close to paying $400,000 per half hour for that, jokes, what's 400,000 times 10?
4 million,
Assuming
right?
that there's 10 half-hour episodes, because maybe they 10-hour-long episodes.
No,
Or,
400,000.
5-minute episodes. Who knows?
It could be. Right? Could just be short.
I get
Because they
that.
have been doing shorts. Like Chick-fil-A has been doing like little shorts, like little short videos and stuff like that.
It feels like the videos you see when you go to the gas pumps. It feels like that type of stuff. That's the vibe I'm getting from it. Just putting it on there.
Which I can see if you're at the restaurant, that's the only place you can get it. Like when you think about it, right? I mean, there is some truth to that, right? That there are gas stations that spend a lot of money running programming. I mean, look, it's the same programming that runs over and over again, but it's basically like being at the previews of the movies before the trailers run. When you're at the gas pump. But that is all advertising. Like they're making so much money doing that because there are companies paying them to put something on the screen that's moving that does two things. One, keep you from sitting back down in your car or whatever, or keep your attention while you have to stand there pumping gas anyway, which means they can say, look how many people have seen these ads based sheerly on the number of people who've been at the pump and they can tell how long a person's been at the pump by how much gas they spent.
Yep.
Let me ask you a
Cut on
question.
until you start. Yeah.
It doesn't cut on until you start. And listen to me. I want y'all to listen real careful. Am I the only person that realized that it is taking longer to pump gas now than it used to? That gas doesn't come out as quickly as it used to? It is on purpose. It is by design to keep you in front of the ads they are running because they are getting paid for that. They are making money by keeping you in front of it. This is just how it works. It makes sense to me at the gas station.
But not with this
Chick-fil-A. I don't know how Chick-fil-A makes this work. Now, if they say, here's what we're doing. When you're waiting in the line at the Chick-fil-A drive-thru, which always exists. Let me say it again.
Always
the
exists.
line at the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A always exists, except on Sundays.
No. Listen, I hope y'all got a Chick-fil-A that's got that mobile through line, because that mobile through line makes things so much easier.
It's fast. I got an EV, forgot what it's like to pump gas. Hey, listen, how long you think it is before they start to put them TV screens at the little hookups? Yep. Yeah, just literally, like, I mean, you charging or whatever. They don't have to do that. You can sit in the car, I guess, and watch whatever's on the screen.
The advertisement come up on your screen. Yep, right.
Yep, something like that. Yep.
But let me throw a curveball at you. Because you said that. My line of thinking is, what happens when Chick-fil-A starts putting electric pumps at the restaurant?
That's where their programming going to be running right there on the screen. That's all that Chick-fil-A programming going to go. Yep.
Don't go pop up. Watch this for 30 seconds to get a free sample.
Look, watch TV start popping up in Chick-fil-A with their stuff on there playing while you're sitting there eating inside.
Bro, there has to be more to this. There has to be some other plan to this. Because if this doesn't work, I mean, look, it's a business thing. There's write-offs galore and tax loopholes and whatever. I totally get it. But there's no part of me that believes your waffle fries ain't about to be way more expensive than they used to be because they got to.
Yeah, money got to come from somewhere.
They got to pay for this content.
Yeah, we're gonna pay for it.
They don't have. They got the worst. They got the worst, and I mean this in the most like subjective and whatever. They got the worst kids toys for their kids meals, little books. Why don't read the books, man? Nobody's happy about that.
I don't think I realized they had toy meals.
They don't really have toys. They got books meals.
Book meals.
Yeah, they got like when you get the kids meal and it has like a little book in it, you know, whatever. Sometimes maybe like a little puzzle or something. But you know, they don't have toys. But like, look, but if they're having their own original content, like I don't know what this Evergreen Hills is gonna be, right? Look,
there you go, right there.
That her giant has video ads. I'm just saying. Anthony said they already got screens for the electric pumps. Yeah, they gonna get you, bro. That's it. Dream Citadel says some McDonald's and Burger Kings already have set up where sports and other programs are on screens throughout the restaurants while you wait. You're right, but like they're just showing other people's content. They're not like
if you remember, crafted. Yeah.
For those of you who used to frequent GameStops and used to go in there and on the TV, they would have GameStop TV. And you would see, you know what I mean? Like Andrea Renee would be on there, they be showing you the latest. That costs a lot of money to produce that kind of stuff. That's like there has to be something more to this. They can't, there's no part of me that believes that there is somebody sitting in a boardroom going, we can compete with Netflix. There's a space out here for us.
Hey, bro, somebody said that at the board table. I'm telling you. They were sitting there just like, hey, y'all know what? I bet we can smoke Netflix for real.
Bro, that should have been the meeting where the person gets thrown out the window.
Hear me out. I'm pretty sure it went down something like that. And they're like, we don't want to Sure, let's do it.
Netflix ain't getting into the chicken sandwich business, so stay in your lane.
Yeah, go create more recipes. Like, put the money towards that.
Well, I mean, again, they talking about having cooking shows, interactive stories, podcasts. I'll keep it a buck with you. If Chick-fil-A show up at our door talking about y'all trying to put y'all podcast on the Chick-fil-A joint, yes.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Loaded
Put
snacks.
loaded snacks on the EV screens, bruh.
I will eat Chick-fil-A on here every week.
Who you telling? Sponsored by Chick-fil-A.
Boy, I be barbecue sauce and chicken sandwiches and spicy chicken sandwiches
and nuggies all day.
Chicken deluxe sandwiches, and
they did that. It's Chick-fil-A sauce right there, or Polynesian sauce right there.
Yeah, don't get out of here. Dreams of the Day says the first hurdle is that each restaurant is franchised. They would have to convince owners of the benefits of having a specialized content plan. I mean, look, you're right, but like, I guess the truth of the matter is, why wouldn't you? Right? I mean, outside of what the cost associated with having something like that, look, if it's going to be something like EVs and people are going to be charging there, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
like that's a no-brainer, right? But in terms of having something running inside the restaurant, you might be talking about at a minimum adding a couple of televisions, which again is like an incredible write-off. And you're talking about running some wiring or whatever, which I'm not trying to make it sound like it's a small endeavor for each one, but like the differentiator between McDonald's that has a play place and a McDonald's that doesn't is a lot of money. It's a lot of Happy Meals paying for that play place if you're the McDonald's franchise that has the playground inside of it versus the one that doesn't, just like some Chick-fil-A's got the playground. So I would imagine, right, that like if you're going to have some sort of an option and there's something like that and you're a franchise owner, that somebody's going to say, I don't know, I might want to have that content running because we already do the kids eat free on Tuesday nights. Might as well have content running, right? They're already doing things like that, right, to bring people in and keep them there and so forth. So like, if it is a play to keep people in the store or to get people to the restaurants or to keep people's attention while they're at the restaurants, then maybe. But if it is a play that sounds like what it is, which is just like, oh, you got Netflix? Get
Chick-fil-A play.
I can't even say it with a straight face. Like, get Chick-fil-A play, right? I mean, there's also something to be said for exclusivity and having exclusive content you can't get anywhere else. There is something to be said for being the restaurant that is quote unquote wholesome. They got some serious issues they got to deal with on the LGBTQIA community and so forth. But at the same time, you know, it might be a thing. Dream says, yeah, but how many drunk adults have you seen in a play place? Goofy ass is screaming it in the ball pits. I mean, listen, late nights, after the club let out, at the 24-hour joint, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. You know what I mean? But like, Chick-fil-A shut down, bro. You know what I mean? Like, they close at like 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? And they closed on Sunday. Like, they're not, I don't know. I do think that there's a space for like some of that, like we're wholesome and all the content here is going to be wholesome and safe and whatever. You don't have to worry about putting parental guidelines up or having codes or worrying about the content that's on here being content that your child of a certain age shouldn't see or you don't want them to come across or whatever. Like, is there a place for that? I certainly think there is. Like, it's totally possible that they could carve out a niche space and create a community around it. But when I look at what they're spending to do it, I'm having a hard time imagining. Like, again, maybe if they've done it the right way, then, and they're not really trying to compete directly with some, like, I don't know how if you're doing a streaming service, you're not competing with Netflix. Like, you kind of have to be, right? Because Netflix has stuff for everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a very interesting thing.
After listening to everybody, I don't mind it being something in the stores. Like, you go in there, like there's a TV, they got their program there. I don't mind that. It's just, if y'all are rolling this out as an app for us to pay for to watch that, to put your stuff up to just watch stuff, that's gonna not work.
It's here's the thing. I can't imagine that you're not doing that in some way. when you're announcing like brand new animated shows and like again hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, really, when it comes down to it, to put together new content. Um, I don't know. I'm not positive how that pays for itself, but the margins in food are super high.
Mm-hmm.
The margins in food service are super high. So maybe
And,
Andrew says, what if they are planning on getting the Christmas specials to have there on 25 Days of Christmas, like Freeform? I
it's always a
mean,
possibility. They're playing
it's a
like
possibility,
Christmas,
but like,
Halloween, things like that, and to make that wholesome. I mean, that it's something to work off of just in those time of the
Right.
year, but you wouldn't want to necessarily bank
it,
on just that.
here's the thing. Chick-fil-A's have space for you to come and sit down and eat in, whatever. I say on average, a person is maybe in there 30 minutes, right? Like in terms of like getting their food and sitting down and eating it all, or from sitting down and finishing and leaving, maybe about 30 minutes. If you were doing something like that, then to me, the business idea behind something like that would be to keep people there longer. And if you're going to do that, then that means you have to cater to a more regular restaurant like experience where somebody is coming around
Yeah.
and taking orders. Offer like you are taking up space, you're taking up seats, and it's more like a regular restaurant where generally the longer you're in a seat, the higher the likelihood you're going to buy extra drinks. And I mean like alcohol, or you're going to get dessert or something along those lines, right? Always trying to add on additionals. Add on sales is just a major part of sales, no matter what kind of sales business you're in.
Mm-hmm.
And so, is there a possibility? What's up, Zayna, with the new hair? Is there a possibility that like they're like, yep, we're gonna run it in the store, we'll run it in the stores, and then hopefully people will want to see the next episode or want to see whatever. And so inside the stores, yeah, it's free, it's not costing you anything, but yes, you can go and sign up for it and pay,
Mm-hmm.
a certain amount of money. I'm really looking to see like how they roll it out in terms of like, are they doing a free month,
Right. Something to
dollar
get
for a
people.
couple of months, or something like that. We'll have to see. I just want one more time, man. Look at this.
Chick-fil-A play.
No. Just no.
Mm. Before we move on, I want to take a moment in the middle of the show to mention that next Monday we are having our live discussion for our Loading Snacks movie of the month, which is Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman. So if you haven't had a chance to watch it, maybe get caught up, make sure you tune in next Monday, 8 o'clock, for us to talk about our thoughts on Van Helsing. Jokes, I sent you a couple of links.
Mm-hmm.
There was a new trailer that dropped for, I guess, really what is James Gunn's first actual foray into the animated DC James Gunn universe, whatever they're calling it, the Gunniverse, the Gunverse, whatever it is. Why don't we take a look at that real quick and see how we feel, see what we think.
Boom.
General Flag, you found yourself in the middle of an international incident.
Oh, princess.
The United States is in the business of saving the damn world by any means necessary.
What in the holy hell?
Congress said we can't use human prisoners.
Oof.
These
Okay.
assholes aren't human.
Do you understand me now? Who is she?
We call her the Bride.
I was born here.
Who's Jason in the Argonauts?
That's
Dr. Phosphorus.
Why are you doing this? It's business. What is that then?
The Weasel. You know it has what it
The
takes
Weasel
to survive.
is.
You look crazy.
It's Nina Mazursky.
Trifling.
Last one
About to
is
bust her bubble.
G.I. Robot.
You're trifling.
I know you all aren't exactly enthusiastic about this mission.
I didn't realize I had a choice.
You said you wanted me to be a hero. Not like that. Until we
See
find
you?
out the truth of what's going on here. We're supposed to be on the same damn team.
G.I.
Friend Nina.
Oh damn!
Aren't we so hyper?
Oh, this sounds like on Invincible level right now.
Mm.
Oof! You didn't make it to the next episode.
You goat monsters.
Die, Nazi. He's not a Nazi, GI. Oh, okay.
Oh.
You was disappointed.
Bad, bro. Sin, thoughts?
I'm interested. I am. I saw a little bit of it. I think when they dropped, I didn't see the whole trailer like, to just know.
Yeah.
I didn't. It fit James Gunn to me. Like the comedy I could tell is there. It's very brutal and violent. You know, the music sound choice for the trailer. It's James Gunn all the way through. But for somebody who knows nothing of the Creature Commandos, I'm looking forward to give it a shot and see what his first animated outing looks like. I'm intrigued.
What if it's scary?
Nothing about that said scary. Not
I
a
didn't
thing.
say that. I just said, what if it is?
What if it is?
Then I will cut it off and go to something else. I mean, that's just yeah, delete it and go to something else.
Scene won't
That's
change. The
simple.
weasel just in your face.
Yep. Dude, stop. Back out. Go watch some anime. I'm done. Not going back.
I'm a little upset with how much you look like Weasel when you did that joke. So I don't, let somebody clip that because it's going down. That is, you just went for that, huh? Guess we know what your Halloween costume is. Jules, what are your thoughts?
I'm in the same place in it. I'm actually interested in it. I think it looks cool. I like the animation style that they're using for it. I don't know if that will be like a, we're gonna try to continue like the way things look with some of the series, or if like each series as they start developing and coming out will be a different style. But I like the way it looks. Just like Sensei, like the music, like I think James Gunn is loving anything that's like Suicide Squad. So maybe if it works, let's.
I mean, that's what Creature Commandos is. It's
It
Suicide
is
Squad.
for it.
Yeah.
For me, it's a little bit about being interested in like some of the characters and how they see, because like Dr. Phosphorus, like I don't really know too much about all of them in there, but for me, Dr. Phosphorus, I think of Batman Beyond.
That's what I was thinking. Blight.
And yeah, and that's the only thing that I'm familiar with seeing him in. So I don't know if this is technically the same variation or version of him that they're doing. So I'm eager to see how they bring these characters in and establish them potentially in the world for it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm interested in it. I can't help but feel like I've already seen this show.
Understand?
And I think that's my biggest problem with it. Like,
Okay.
if you've seen Suicide Squad, if you've the second Suicide Squad, the James Gunn Suicide Squad, or if you've seen Peacemaker, then you've already seen this. It's just animated, and so I'm not sure. Like, I think that there's space for each character to be someone you can kind of latch on to, but it feels. I guess my problem with it right now is that it is beginning to feel very cookie cutter, right? Like when Sin says it's like James Gunn through and through. It feels like James Gunn. It's not necessarily bad, but it is when it's basically the same thing. Like it literally just feels like we're getting the exact same thing we've always gotten from him, just with different names of characters in place. And that feels lazy to me. And I'm not the biggest fan of the work to begin with. It's not that I don't think some of it's funny. I don't mind. You guys know I don't mind violence. I don't
Mhm.
mind gratuitous violence. I don't like violence for the sake of violence.
Just throwing it in there.
Or like like a lot of times to me, the violence in James Gunn stuff feels like they're doing it for the sake of like we can get away with it. You know what I mean? Or like let's just make it as bloody as possible for the sake of making it as bloody as possible, and it doesn't as necessarily like feed the story or just seem
Mhm.
like it makes necessarily like sense or something like that. So like it
Mhm.
just it's gratuitous for the sake of gratuity. You know what I mean? Like it's just
It
here's
is
some
weird.
extra. I got some extra, so here's some extra. Whatever. So I have high hopes for it. Like I
Mhm.
want it to be good because I do think that like introducing other characters like these that stand out from the characters we normally get from
Mhm.
DC. Um, I think there's definitely space for it. Um, I just I would maybe have enjoyed having the opportunity. Like, man, does everything James Gunn with DC have to be violent and like overly funny with ridiculous amounts of music? Like that's what it is. Like we're gonna get a new song,
Mhm.
maybe two in every
Mhm.
episode, and it's gonna be some violence, and you're gonna really feel bad for one or two of the characters because you'll see the
Mhm.
depth of the character in the whatever, and it just feels really, really, really cookie cutter.
Yeah,
Um,
I can
and
agree with that.
so I'm impressed with the animation because the animation in this does feel like what DC animation used to feel
To
like.
feel like.
Like the last few, like for the last like 5 or 6 years, DC animated films have been trash compared to what
Oh,
they
yeah.
used to be.
Once they
Mhm.
They
finish
used
that
to
new
be on that
52 run,
pedestal.
yeah, of joints, yeah,
Yeah,
it went
I
yeah.
mean, yeah,
downhill.
and that's another piece I'm eager to see because, like, with the way, like, I don't know if any of this will, be a continuation or anything like that. From the way, like, Crisis on Infinite Earths ended, and technically we're
Mhm.
getting, Prime Earth, which, different variations of the new superheroes, and then with these characters, if somehow maybe they're going to kind of make this into that new world, or if this is just kind of like, this is just James Gunn clean slate. I'm just going to start from this way and build it back up again. But
I mean, I feel
I'm
like that's
intrigued.
what it is.
I
I
think that's what
almost
it should
don't
be.
care.
Yeah,
Yeah, for them to like mess with the old stuff or
yeah,
try to
just
kind of bring people back or redo it or whatever. Like
leave
I'm
it as
Mhm.
is. Yeah,
And there's
just
no
start
need to
yeah.
bring
fresh.
anybody back. But the way Crisis did everything, it's a clean slate, and we can start fresh and just go from
I
there.
mean, but they had already done that though with the Flash joint. So like
I
I
know,
just
I know.
it's like they already did that. So again, we're in like repeating territory and kind of
Yeah,
being in the same space. And I'm you know we there's a lot of weight on the shoulders of James Gunn.
Yeah, there it
Yeah,
is.
exactly, Andrew. Tomorrowverse. There's a lot of weight on James Gunn's shoulders to produce and to
yeah.
try to find a way to make this be, for all
Make
intents
this
and
work.
purposes, what DC and WB really need is for this to do what the MCU has done already,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right? Like the MCU may not have been firing on all cylinders the way people liked in the last few, but I'm gonna tell you what, these last like couple of episodes of Agatha All Along
Agatha
is like,
got me feeling like
ooh,
Marvel done got back in the bag the way they did.
like bro, y'all
I'm
better
sorry. I'm
figure something
sorry.
out.
Hey, Sin, I'm sorry you're not enjoying this the way that me and Gage are because you're not watching Agatha. But
It's all good.
I think you should. I think you should try it.
I'm not trying to talk into watching this joint
Hey,
because I
listen,
don't care.
I'm
I
being
don't care if
funny
you see it or not. You just gonna
because
have
I
to
know
miss
he
out.
ain't
Like
gonna
it
do
just,
it.
you know what I
That's
mean?
just
Like
me
it just
being
is what it
funny
is.
because he ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, he'll do it. He just ain't gonna tell us when he does it. Like he'll do it. He'll slide off and sneak and do the joint, and then one day we'll be talking about it, and he'll just start chiming in and popping in and saying something or whatever, and it'll be like, yeah, no, I saw the jump. It wasn't even that scary, y'all. And he'll try to turn like we're not even doing that. So like, you know what I mean? Leave my man alone right now. Let him have it in due time. When he gets to it, he get to it. Right now, what I can say is that DC has a lot of things in the works. They still
Mhm.
got a lot of work cut out for them. they have a lot to prove. James Gunn has a lot to prove. We're taking this over. There's a lot on your shoulders when you're trying to do the comics and the animation and the live action, and you're trying to make it all cohesive. And you have plans that are supposed to last like 10 years or more. It's a lot, right? And the thing about it is, when you plan things that far out, if something doesn't hit, if something doesn't land, it can throw everything else out of sync. It can mess everything else up. So you have to be very, very careful about doing that and planning that way. And I think that's probably what my biggest concern about them doing it this way is. I really would have liked to have seen them say, okay, here's what we're going to do. Let's put like 2 movies in play, maybe 1 animated joint, and we'll see how they do. And then if they pop off, if they do well, here's what the next things are. But I think they do themselves, I think they do themselves a disservice by announcing, oh, we doing this and this and this and this and this and this, right?
Like, you know what? Just keep it. You know what?
Just
Keep
like,
it bottled
just
up.
like how Blade just got delayed, like today.
Oh, that don't
definitely removed from the slate and like replaced with an Aliens versus Predators movie or replaced with a Predator movie, right? So like announcing things too early, things change, stuff with actors, right? Again, if something doesn't do well and you find yourself in the need to pivot, like DC already went through their thing with Ezra Miller that Marvel also ended up going through with Jonathan Majors, right? Like you have things like that can happen, and now you have a need to have to spin everything, and you have something that's hinging on this character or whatever it is. So like announcing too early and so far out, getting people excited and telling people that things are coming is like, I don't know, man. I just feel like, look, let's play it a little safer. And I get it. Like they announce that kind of stuff. They do that kind of stuff because they're trying to appease their shareholders. They want to announce things that are going to make shareholders feel like it's worth it for them to keep stock or to buy more stock or for the stock price to go up. I get it. But it's a very, very, very dangerous game. And I feel like they need to find a way to be able to bring that down so that they can announce things that they know are more likely to be a sure bet based on having something hit and be a hit, and then be like, we're doing a sequel to this, or we're bringing in the next thing, and we know it's a thing that people want. We know it's a thing that people are hungry for. Right now, they're doing too much. And I think there's just they put too much into James Gunn, is my personal opinion on that. And I don't necessarily think that's fair. Personally, that Chick-Fil-A early streaming service gonna have a shorter lifespan than Hey dog, what was the name of that game console, the little square game console that had like all the mobile games that came out? There was like a Kickstarter joint that like, man, that joint was going in a heartbeat. That was the name of that joint. It had like all the people who backed it on Kickstarter's name on it or something like that.
I don't remember.
I know it's terrible. You know, look, man, when the price of them chicken sandwiches go up, and that's paying for that service.
You know why?
Don't say I ain't warn you. Don't say I didn't say something, man. Don't say I ain't say something. Yeah, I'm a little concerned. Creature Command. I mean, I'm gonna watch it because I'm gonna tell you what. Now, here's the thing. This don't really have nothing to do with James Gunn. No, that Penguin joint is. That thing is. They doing something
things because otherwise it seems like outside of James Gunn's hand, DC can thrive.
I mean,
again, which is a possibility, but it's also one of those things that causes more confusion, right, within the slate. Because I've had people say to me that they thought that the Penguin and the Batman joint were tied to the Joker Part 2 movie, right? Which did terrible.
No. Yeah.
People don't know.
Remember,
I know that we live in this bubble, bruh. But it's people who don't realize that Superman and Spider-Man are not in the same universe. Like they're real. They out there. They're really out there. So you got to remember that like this stuff, that kind of stuff is confusing. I literally had somebody tell me they went and saw the Joker joint in the theater, were upset about it and all the singing and whatever else, and then was like, and the Batman dude ain't even show up. And I was like, what are you talking about?
The Batman dude.
Batman jump.
Hey, listen.
And I was like,
The way Joker would have been, Batman showing up probably would have been the best thing that probably would have happened for the movie.
Possibly.
And it had nothing to do.
he'd have showed up singing a song, and everybody would have been
Hey,
upset.
look,
Let's not.
if they'd have had Batman come out and do that joint when he was in Justice League, I forget what joint he had to do the singing. Had him come out and do that.
Yeah, oh yeah, and he killed it. You know what I'm
He
saying?
bodied that joint.
Kevin Conroy at his finest, bro. Put the Bruce Wayne singing voice on. How my man doing karaoke, and y'all know how I feel about karaoke,
Smoking
dog.
that thing.
Smoking karaoke. Yeah, listen, I'm concerned about Creature Commandos, not because I think it's not going to be good, but because I think it's not going to be great, and I think they need great. That's what I think they need. I think they need great.
They need a strong start off. Yeah.
Yeah. I also think, again, DC still kind of playing in that space where it's like, well, I guess you're not going for kids. I guess you're not trying to get kids.
Nah, I think that's,
you know what I mean, and have a built-in audience that lasts for however long, like Disney does with Marvel, like by just being like, nah, we going straight violent and blood and guts and cuss words and whatever else. So like clearly this isn't for everybody. So there's an audience. If what I'm imagining is that their expectation is that whatever the success of Peacemaker was, which is getting another season, that's about what they expect from this. I think that if that's where they're aiming and they set their level of what equals success at the right space, then maybe, just maybe, it's right. However, if you just doing Peacemaker animated, why don't you just do Peacemaker animated? Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, it just feels like so much more of the same. So it's a little something. You're right, Perp. I was going to say that Creature Commando gives me Doom Patrol, me Suicide Squad vibes, but animated, and I'm for it. I agree. I mean, it is basically like Doom Patrol. It is Suicide Squad. Like Creature Commandos is Suicide Squad. It is Amanda Waller saying in the beginning of the trailer, like, Congress said we can't use humans. These folks ain't human. Let's go. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Is there space for like a game based on this? Sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Could it be better than the one they already put out as a Suicide Squad game? It has to be.
More than likely.
Yes.
It has to be. Like, so like,
yes.
I'm just saying. All right, look, relatively quickly, we're gonna pivot. Let's talk about our thoughts on the Xbox Partner Showcase from last week. Jokes, was there anything you did see? You saw the showcase?
I didn't. I got pieces. I never got a chance to go back and fully watch the jump.
Full on slipping. Sin, what about you?
They had a lot of good stuff, I thought. I noticed they had a lot more, feels like, scary stuff. I guess because it's the holiday for it. So, they got it felt like it, like Phasmophobia. They showed that. They showed
we doing that.
Who's we?
We doing that.
Who's we?
You know who you are.
We.
Don't lie to these people. Eden Zero, listen, I'm all in for that.
There's definitely a tier at which you can hit that like with
That what?
Because it come out Halloween. That's gonna be out. It's out this week.
It's out by the time for Extra Life.
That is great for you two gentlemen. That is a round of applause for you two gentlemen. Yes, enjoy that.
That will definitely be a Friday or Saturday. Nah, you're gonna be along for the ride, sir.
All right, try me. Watch how quick I log off and watch Crown Jewel.
Right.
Not doing that. Eden Zero. I like that. Subnautica 2. That's one of those games I've been trying to get into for years. I keep installing it and deleting it, because I want to get into it. So seeing that they have part 2 coming out, I like that. Of course, Like a Dragon.
Jokes, run the trailer I sent you. Because I think this joint is going to end up being super standout.
Yes. This is what I'm remembering. Yeah, this is it.
This is the Eternal
Burn
Flame.
everything. Ooh,
You ain't read all that, jokes. Words
hey,
went too
freeze,
fast
man.
for you.
I just said burn everything. That's just a little more serious.
Freeze everything. Throw everything.
Mm.
Oof, caught that.
Yeah.
Go back.
Yeah, I'm here for this. Ha!
Yeah, that's the one. Mm. I feel like I need this joint.
Sooner rather than later, please. Go get it.
Early 2025. And the best part about it, Game Pass.
Oh, you can't go wrong with that pass. You cannot.
Cool.
It's probably my favorite joint from the whole. That joint is like, all right,
Overall, yeah.
y'all might have got my money. Then they
Like
said
it.
Game Pass, and I was like, you don't need my
Are
money.
you?
You already got my money.
You got my
Yeah,
invisible
yeah.
money.
Yeah, man. What if they make Chick-Fil-A play a free jump part of Game Pass, like one of them joints you can claim?
She's talking about phasmophobia.
Probably, and
Same
this will probably be a part of that, or it'll be a part of T-Mobile's joint. We get them joints on Tuesday.
Yeah, T-Mobile Tuesday, Chick-Fil-A play. Yeah, say we could do that. Me, you, Jokes,
Jokes.
Frosty, Phasmophobia. I just leave sent out because he not doing that. But I'm down. We can make it happen.
Doing that. I will gladly play that. And it freaks me out. It freaks me out, but we're doing it for a good cause.
Here you go throwing shots.
There wasn't a shot necessarily.
Whatever, it was a shot.
If it was a shot, I
That
would have
was a
said.
shot. There it is. FBC Firebreak. Sin?
Yes, that's the multiplayer joint you sent to me a little while ago. Yeah.
I thought you was gonna say that's the multiplayer joint that we gonna play, but Jokes is not. See, like he was throwing shots at you about the joint we gonna play that you not. This was your opportunity to throw shots at him about the joint we gonna play that he's not. Like, what are you doing?
It's all good. He got plenty of shots coming. It's all good. he got plenty coming.
I don't know if I like the way that sounds. I'm not sure. FBC Firebreak is in the world of Control, which I guess is also Alan Wake, which they also did show the update for the new Alan Wake.
Yeah.
But this is straight up co-op, like 3-person co-op mayhem, first-person shooter. The joint looks bananas. Like it just looks, it looks bananas, bro. Like I don't know, bro. Like we have to. Then they had this joint called The Legend of Babu. With the giant fluffy dog. Jokes, just look it up and pull the joint up. Just go ahead and pull the joint up. Show the trailer for The Legend of Babu. Yeah, it just looks dope. They did show, while you pulling that up, a new trailer for the Like a Dragon.
And that's my first time seeing this because I hadn't watched the trailer yet. I was watching the trailer the whole time, like, yeah, I'm sold already. Like, just give me this right now, please. I didn't know what to expect from it. I'm like, all right, it's naval battles. It's not the RPG. Okay, we're running around in the street again. Oh, I can go to all these places. Oh, this is a whole ass game. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a whole game.
Yeah. Fight some more with Joe in it. Let's go.
Mouse PI for Hire. Not the first time I've seen this trailer. Very interesting looking.
Yeah.
I don't really care so much, but like if it made its way to Game Pass, I'd probably jump on it.
Agreed.
I'm not much for Souls likes. However, this Mistfall Hunter.
That's the one I need to go back and rewatch because I thought it was Diablo, so I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, I'm only interested in it because it's a Souls-like, but it's also an extraction game. Like an extraction.
I heard them say that at the end.
Like extraction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that
Yeah,
made me be
Joe, you
like,
should
oh, I
have
need to
watched
go
the
back and
joint.
watch
I don't
that.
know why you didn't. Like, you should have watched the trailers. Go ahead and play
I'll fix
this.
my
Play
life
this
later.
Legend of Babu joint.
My dearest child.
Look at the dog.
offers everything
Doggy.
you may need in your precious life. Vast forests, roaring rivers, and mountains of rock and ice. You are old enough now to know that for every bit of goodness in this world, an opposing force exists. In the heat of the earth resides a darkness you cannot fathom. Demons as old as time, my child. Do not doubt, even a light like yours can be tempted by the dark. You must always choose good.
The dog
And
got a
that I know
crown.
you will.
Yeah.
Sepe,
I mean, it
be
looked good.
resilient,
Good
be
action.
resourceful. Be brave, my son. Stay in the light, with Babu by your side. And may the magic of this island protect us all.
All right, Xbox Series, I don't see Game Pass.
Yeah, there's got to be a couple
Nope.
sometimes that don't have
No.
Game Pass,
The
but
the FBC Firebreak joint is coming to Game Pass. So that's already a win. Because that's coming to Game Pass.
Mhm.
They showed a joint called Real World. That joint looks. I'm not. I wasn't. That wasn't a thing.
Yeah,
for
that was
me.
the
But the
bicycle
Wu Chang Falling
Oh.
Feathers.
well, you know what? Let me just do this because you know what was right after that? That jump. it read your mind, so let's just go ahead and let that joke play through.
How to protect
Mm-hmm.
it. I failed. Now I walk the path of blood until my mission is fulfilled. I will not rest until all traitors are silenced and our stolen kingdom returned. Who dares to question my will, standing in the way of my redemption?
Somebody is.
Spark it up.
She ready.
Woo.
See, this right here, stuff like this right here, is why Assassin's Creed maybe shouldn't have got delayed, or maybe it is the reason why it got delayed because this joint has that action, time, placement.
Okay.
Look at that joint.
Tell them how you really feel.
Mm.
No, this one looks fire. Chain light.
Look at that joint, dog. Like,
Woo.
and day one Game Pass.
Yeah, I'll definitely give this a shot. Day one.
Ghost Wolf.
Oh, that looks sick. Mm.
Mm. 2025 shaping up to be a problem.
Yeah, I need this. I need this in my life. Oof.
Yeah.
Will not fall in vain. You are just another
That joint looks incredible.
trying to oppose fate. And fate is mine to command.
Feathers look dope.
Mhm.
Listen, they saying he like an admiral or something coming out there with the way how tall he is and
I was
everything.
thinking that the whole time, like this has got One Piece written all over it.
Yeah,
he was dressed
that's
for
why
battle.
that's even. That's not even showing Eden Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Just straight anime action like that. The showcase was solid, bro.
It was. There a lot of good stuff.
It was a solid showcase, man. I think it was good. I think it was good timing. I like all of what's coming out. Most of it is next year.
Mhm.
You had a couple things that are dropping. A couple things that already dropped this week. I may have done some downloading. It's totally possible. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah. Overall, I'd say it was about a solid 8 for sure for a partner showcase.
I can agree with that.
Between what they show, new stuff they show, and what's coming to Game Pass, I'd say it was a pretty solid 8. Um, any
Hey,
other
listen.
thoughts on that?
Hey, get it. If you don't get it
And I
X,
had to get it to that's all right.
get a
PS5.
Series S. Like Series S, if you just
Yeah.
want to get it and be able to get, still have stuff look good, that it's still a good move.
I mean, if you want it at the highest fidelity possible, then you got to spend the money
Gotta
and
get
go
it.
ahead and go
Gotta
Series
get an
X. Whether you want to go a full 600 and do a 2 terabyte, that's a whole other thing for the new 2 terabyte. But Jokes is right. A Series S will pretty much get you in there on anything you want, though there are some issues with certain multiplayer things and stuff like that. But
But
Series
if you
S
got,
will pretty much get you in there.
and if you
That
got a
Game Pass,
PC,
I'm telling
if you
you,
got a
Game
PC,
Pass is
just
a
get Game
game
Pass for
changer.
PC. Hey, if you got a PC, just get
Or if
Game
you have
Pass
a
for
Sam,
PC.
or if you have a Sam, if you have a Samsung TV, or if you
Ooh,
get
yeah.
an Apple, I mean Amazon 4K, like you can run.
hmm
There's plenty of ways to actually get Game Pass, and play games. So you could do something like that and just get a controller and be
In
good to
there.
go. To be honest, as long as your network is strong enough to handle it. So you have a lot of options, which I guess really is the direction that Microsoft's really leaning as far as like, yeah, we're putting out a console. Yep, console $600, but like you don't have to do it that way to play these games if you don't want to.
hmm
Um, that's kind of where they are. Um, okay, so look, one more time, I want to just take a second chance to reiterate this Monday. Um, we will be having our discussion on Van Helsing, which is our movie of the month. So 8 o'clock this Monday for that. So if you haven't had a chance to check it out, make sure you check it out before the weekend's over. So you can jump in with us and watch that a little bit. And I am positive there's some more wrestling happening.
Crazy enough,
I'm
there's
positive there's some
nothing.
more wrestling happening somewhere. I know we had an issue, man. I know we lost like one of the greatest ring announcers of all time to the WWE
Don't make me
this
cry.
week.
Yeah,
That hurt. That hurt my
it
soul.
hurt.
Not lost like passed away,
I
just
passed
like
away,
Yeah.
stepping away from the business.
you know,
So,
Yeah.
hey,
for the
listen,
right reasons. I suppose.
they softened the blow. She took her step aside so she can go do some other stuff. They brought back Lillian Garcia. So
Yeah.
I would say that's
Rough first night, but she'll get back into it.
she just gotta get back into the flow of things.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. But that hurt. Well, congratulations to her. So.
Y'all can
out of
talk about
nowhere,
that on y'all
yeah.
can talk about that on the Finisher podcast.
The only thing I
If
will
you're
throw out there,
interested in hearing what the folks have to say about wrestling, then watch the Finisher
that's it.
podcast.
The one thing I will throw out, like nothing crazy we have coming right now. But me, Sin,
we
and
have it.
Marcus were actually fortunate enough to be on Ben and Mike, who you've seen us bring them on our show a couple of times. We actually joined them on their podcast for a change to actually we watched TNA was that Final Resolution from 2005 to do
Yes.
their style of commentating as we watch through the show. So I'm gonna put the link up, so if you guys want to be able to go and listen to that, you'll be able to on there for it. I'm gonna have to do it the long way, crap. But definitely that was something. It was super fun to actually be able to do. Make sure you guys check them out. I'm gonna throw this link up here so you guys can get to it. And Sin, that was your second time being able to watch something TNA
Yes.
wrestling. I know.
Yes.
And I know you had a good time.
It was a good time. I mean, a lot of new things,
Cool.
new people, stuff like that. So it was cool.
Check that out.
Then what's happening in the world of anime chat? We kind of wind down Thriller Park and so forth, and get the Anime Chat podcast running. How's that going? Where we at?
going good. 4th episode comes out this week for everybody. Outside of the news and recapping Thriller Park, we discuss our biggest disappointments in anime. We have a discussion about the My Hero season, that just ended, our thoughts on that. And we discussed that Blue Lock has really reached the point of having the worst anime episode like ever.
I heard about that.
Yeah, it was bad. Like, it's bad. So we get into all that stuff this Thursday, 10 a.m. Be up for you all. Patreon subscribers, you will have it tomorrow.
Excellent. If you haven't had a chance to check it out yet, Jokes and I have a Spoiler Boys up for Agatha All Along. That show is cranking on all cylinders at the moment.
100%.
We'll see if they can maintain that momentum. But
Just
right now, the
maintain it.
momentum is heavy. It is. That joint just is. So make sure you check that out. We'll have a new episode up for you guys by the beginning of next week. After we get through this next episode, and then we're like down to the final 2, which are airing together. Episodes 8 and 9. So we'll get episode 7 this week, and then episodes 8 and 9 next week to round things out. I'm just gonna say, as much as I'm enjoying this, and we're not currently doing a Spoiler Boys for it, but if you're not watching The Penguin,
What episode is it up to? What
5?
How many episodes in the season?
I don't know.
Not so
I
sure.
don't care.
It's 8. Let me see.
I don't know.
'Cause I'm about to
I'm gonna be upset when it's over.
I'm about to jump into Max so I can.
I'm gonna
just
be
go
upset
ahead
when it's over.
and just binge it.
I'm gonna tell you, bruh. Sophia Falcone, bruh. Like, hey, dog, listen. I'm gonna keep it a buck. This might be the best Batman related content ever made, dog.
Dog,
That isn't the original animated series.
dig it.
Okay. All right. So in other words, we need to start watching the Jokes
Like for real.
like yesterday.
This joint might be the best Batman related content. Anyway, that joint I'd be on my seat. I'd be like, ooh, ooh. Yeah. That joint it's a problem. It's a real problem. Look, we're gonna wrap this up. I want to remind everyone that next weekend, not this weekend, next weekend, we will be doing Extra Life. 3 days of video game shenanigans to raise money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. We've been at it for like 10 years. We always have a good time. You all always come through and help us raise a ridiculous amount of money for people in need. And it's one of the most rewarding things we get to do every year. I'm excited about doing it again this year. It's going to be a little bit different because unfortunately, Jokes won't be able to be there all 3 days, but he'll be there for Friday and Saturday. Sunday, Sin and I are going to play. We're probably going to call some audibles and bring some other folks in to do some stuff with us on Sunday, as well as some of the other days. But I'm not going to give away too much in terms of what kinds of things are on the table for us to do to ourselves as we start raising money. But I will say that the entire season 25 sampler for Hot Ones is at my house. And Santa's getting down. It's going down.
I might have to go
Going
get a
down.
couple little cup joints to come over there and start labeling them up.
You know what I will do though?
What?
I will show you. For those of y'all, hold on, I'm about to go. We need to go. Let me see. I will show y'all. Trying to know about that banana ketchup though.
Hold on, let me put you front and center.
About to hit y'all with the banana sauce. Straight banana ketchup. I don't know how that's being
Hey,
consumed,
Sin,
but
Sin,
it is.
those are just two words to me.
It's just banana sauce. You know what?
I mean, you see what you see
girl.
what color it is. You see what color it is, and you see what it says, bruh.
It says banana
It's
sauce.
banana sauce.
You better get ready.
Text that.
Nah, I can't. Anyway, listen. We're gonna cut the show. I need to go to sleep. I'm tired. I'm tired. So, jokes.
Yes, sir.
Tell the folks what I need them to know.
Remember, y'all, just because you have a well thought out plan doesn't make it a good idea.
With that, we're out. Toodles and loos.
Loading snacks.